My name is Jen, and today I want to talk about common skincare mistakes you could be making every single day. All the information that I'm giving to you today could be found in accredited scholarly articles, what I learned in my pharmacology school, and from my personal experience. So let's begin. Skincare usually contains a lot of steps, so let's start with the first one, cleansing. As it turns out, water affects our skin differently, depending on its chemical and physical composition. Let's take a look at water hardness. So tap water is usually considered hard water, which is really irritating to our skin. Tap water contains a lot of metals and has a high concentration of minerals, such as lead, zinc, copper, iron, thallium, barium, and many more, which can lead to redness, inflammation, and irritation. One way to solve this issue and to soften water is to simply boil it, or by using a water filter. So you might want to look into the region that you're living in to look at the water hardness found in your tap water, because maybe water can be to blame here and not your skincare products for drying out your skin. Another important thing about water is the temperature of water. Some of us prefer to use hot water, while others prefer to use cold water when washing their face. Actually, it turns out that cold water induces blood vessel spasm, worsening skin nutrition. Hot water tends to damage the natural skin barrier, strip the skin of its natural oils, and ultimately dry our skin out. So room temperature water is best. When cleansing our skin, whether you're using a gel or a foam cleanser, never do harsh movements. Always try to apply the product gently across your skin to avoid tugging or premature wrinkles. Also, don't keep the cleanser on your skin too long. Just because you keep rubbing your skin for a long period of time or you keep it on longer doesn't mean that it will remove more makeup or pollutants or free radicals, whatever you're trying to eliminate. If your makeup doesn't come off right away, it's better to repeat the cleansing process one more time, because you don't want to strip your natural skin oils and you don't want to disrupt the natural pH levels of our skin. Exfoliating our skin is very important, but we have to be really careful when we use abrasive scrubs. We can use those scrubs, but definitely not more than once a week, and definitely not those that have sensitive skin, have oily skin, or those that are prone to hyperkeratinosis. When it comes to taking care of aged skin, it's better to look for cleansers that have acids in their chemical composition, as acids are less abrasive and will still gently exfoliate the stratum corneum. Same goes with dry brushes, which are really popular now. If you don't use dry brushes correctly, you can really damage your skin by drying it out, irritating, causing redness, and ultimately making your skin more sensitive. I think the biggest mistake people make is not using creams correctly. Firstly, you should always apply your cream at least 20 minutes before you go outside. Also, when you apply your cream, you should try to apply the cream along the facial massage lines, starting from the central peripheral and going upward. Also, it's super important to choose the right cream for you, as there's two types, hydrating and moisturizing. Hydrating tends to have a more water-based formula, whereas moisturizers tend to be more lipid-based or oil-based. Therefore, in the summer, it's better to use hydrating creams, whereas in the winter, you might prefer to opt for a moisturizer. So if you noticed, if you try to use a hydrating cream in the wintertime, your skin might not be so happy and you might see it dry out. Another important thing to note is, if your cream is in a jar, never use your fingers to get the product, because our fingers, even no matter how many times you wash your hands have bacteria, and reaching for the product can cause product decomposition. Another mistake a lot of people do is using baby products. A lot of us think that baby products are more natural or contain less harsh chemicals. If you're not a baby, you shouldn't be using baby products, because baby skin is not the same as adult skin. Baby skin actually has underdeveloped sebaceous glands and sweat glands. Therefore, their products tend to be more base and more occlusive, which is not what adult skin needs. And lastly, it's the way you sleep. Usually, the habit of sleeping on your side aggravates the nasolabial fold, which is this one. So ideally, it's best to sleep on your back. We can help ourselves by sleeping on our back by choosing the right pillow for us. Having a high pillow can lead to venous congestion, which may cause puffy eyes. Also, when you wake up, I know how tempting it is, but try not to rub your eyes too much, because the skin around our eyes is so thin and so sensitive. Definitely don't want to cause premature wrinkles. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, and I would super appreciate it if you would leave your feedback in the comment section below. Bye!